Okay, I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite version of the cards, mostly because, they're the most common deck. They are the deck that many modern decks are derived from. In Rider-Waite, nothing is on the card by accident. Everything is there intentionally and to express something. I'm going to use my little pointer thing here today for this card. I think of the wheel as visually the most complicated card in the tarot. Also, something to pay attention with the wheel is that there's much in tarot that we might look outside our window or outside our door or whatever and see the images on the street. We might see a person dressed like a king. We might see a chariot. We might see somebody juggling a couple of balls, two of pentacles. But we're not going to look outside and see something probably that looks like what's on the Wheel of Fortune card. So the notion here is that the cosmos is in motion and none of us can really see the whole picture. The only being who understands what's going on is the Sphinx sitting up here at the top. She's got this big sword, but she's not talking. So many images in here. Let's start from the outside. You've got the images of the 4 fixed astrological signs in the corners. You've got the Taurus bull, Leo lion, Scorpionic eagle, and Aquarian ideal human. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus are the fixed signs in the zodiac. The fixed signs are thought of as the portals for the element, as the elements come into our experience, into the physical world. The fixed signs hold the gates, you could say, to those. So that's why images, or sort of mythic, angelic images, sort of hold these spaces in these 4 clouds. So in other decks you might see different versions of the elements, but that's what the 4 things in the corners are. We move in a little closer, we see the Sphinx on the top. This the only place of awareness about why things change is when you get far enough out of a perspective so that you can see the whole entire picture, which of course for humans who are traveling around the edge of the wheel here, we don't have that perspective. So we can't ask why. We just have to say, okay, things are changing. I need to get on board. This yellow snake-like image indicates things, yellow, conscious, things that are consciously known that are being stored in the unconscious. And this a red, orange, chthonic kind of figure is indicating energy that's coming up into consciousness, things that either have been stored or under the surface coming into our awareness. So we get the sense that the wheel is turning. Inside the wheel, we have lots of different images. Let's see, we have the symbols for the unspeakable name of God. We have Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. These are the Hebrew letters that comprise the Tetragrammaton, the 4-letter unspeakable name of God. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. So you've got this notion that God, creator energy, is intrinsic to this energy of change. You've got the 4 alchemical symbols here in kind of intersecting lines here in the center. At the top is Mercury, which is connected to the mental energy or air. You've got the element or the symbol for sulfur, active, often thought of as red energy, active dynamic force. Here's the force of dissolution, water. And over here we have salt, receptivity. So you have receptivity and dynamic. You've got dissolution. You've got recreation. So you've got this axis of the alchemical energies happening in here. The thing that I've always found ultra cool about the wheel card and these images inside the wheel is the TARO. So there is a sentence that could be made, like an anagram sentence that can be created from TARO. And the sentence is, the Wheel of Tarot speaks the law of Hathor. So the word wheel, rota, derived from Latin, ROTA, wheel, of tarot, TARO, speaks, again from Latin, orat, ORAT, the law, Torah, TORA, of Hathor. Hathor is an Egyptian goddess. She's the goddess of many names and with many names and titles. She's associated with the sky, the Milky Way in particular, love and beauty, motherhood, and fertility. She's often pictured with a cow headdress, the horn headdress with the circular disc in the middle. So Hathor, essentially an Egyptian goddess, an ancient goddess who embodies this force of change and seasons and life and death and the cyclical nature of the human experience. Hathor, ATOR. So the Wheel of Tarot speaking the law of Hathor. The one other thing I'll make before we close up with the wheel card today is the notion that if you draw a diagonal line this way and a diagonal line this way or this way or this way, it all convenes right here in the center. So the message, one of the messages of this card is, as your specific experience is spinning around, you know, as life is changing. I had a different job, I had a different relationship, I had a child, the child went to college, whatever it is, I got married, I grew older, whatever, you know, the specific things that we're going through or experiencing in our life, that's the stuff that's on the rim of the wheel here. So as life changes in non-personal ways or in personal ways, it's so important to remember your center. The center moves less on the wheel than the things on the outside of the edge. So as change is spinning and swirling around you, it's so important to remember where your center is. So that's a lot. That's a complicated card. The notion is fairly simple. Things change. How we deal with it and all the factors that are involved in that change sometimes are elusive for us. We have to just stay flexible, stay open, and trust that if we stay in our center, we'll be able to find our way. So that's the wheel in a nutshell, and the next time we will talk about the death card. Thanks for being here. See you next time.